Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me on this program. Welcome everyone that has connected, wherever you are joining us from. Appreciate you and I welcome you. I thank you for being part of the program. Like and share the program on your platform. Share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you. Do not keep the message to yourself alone. Make sure you invite somebody as you join. As you connect to this platform, make sure you invite someone. Very, very important. The message to yourself alone. Make sure you invite someone to join us on this. We have come once again to do what we know how to do best. What we have signed up for, that is what we are doing in this very platform. Please, as you join, invite somebody to join us. Don't be here alone. As you connect to the program, make sure you invite somebody. It is very, very important. Very, very important. I'm inviting everybody, and I also want you to invite everyone that you can reach. That is one thing that we must do. Do not hesitate to do so, because we have signed up for this very assignment and we will continue to carry out this assignment until Biafra is completely free. Like and share as you connect. As you join us, the next thing you have to do is to like the program and you share the program on all your platforms. Share to family, share to friends, share to everyone that you can reach so that we can set the record straight. Before we go deep into the message of today, before we commence the program, I would like to prepare us with our normal inspirational songs and prayers before we go into the business of the day. Prepare your heart while we wait for others to join us. Let us listen to our inspirational songs and prayers as we wait for other people to connect and join us on this program. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like and share the program as we go into the prayers.
Proceed to offer who said it in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old. Our Father who art in heaven, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained. That this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year, we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we're going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth because we remain every blessed day. Chukwabiama believe whiter than white and whiter than snow. Oh, is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. Oh Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you.
He said, welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining me on this program. I appreciate everyone that has connected and those who are still on their way coming. Thank you for joining. I recognize the presence of my beloved sister, Linda TV show. I thank you so much for your support. May Njoku continue to guide and protect you. I appreciate my sister, Esther Okuosa. Thank you for joining me, Esther Okuosa. I appreciate you. I welcome you. And may Njoku continue to guide and protect you. Every other person on that very place watching, whether you are commenting or not, I welcome you and I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Wherever you are joining from, I send my greetings. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greetings according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And if you have not yet shared, please make sure you share this program. Invite somebody to join us, because it is very, very important. It is very important. The message of Biafra is for all of us. It is not for one person. The responsibility to restore Biafra today falls on all our shoulders, and every one of us have to get to work. That is why I am here doing my own part. I am here doing my own part. So what about you? What have you chosen to do for Biafra? We have come today to do what we have signed up to do for Biafra, and we will continue to do it until we are completely saved from the contraption called Nigeria. For those who are coming to this very platform for the very first time, and those that are going to come across this video for the very first time, I want you to know that this very platform where you are watching this program is under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi, standing for the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. This platform is under the supreme command of Mazi Nnamdi. In this very platform, I have said it again and again, and I continue to say, we don't come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack any race, religion, or people. We are here only to speak up for the Biafran people, to air our opinion, and to debunk every lie that has been told against us, against our Prime Minister, and against our Speaker, Mazi Nnamdi. In this platform, what we do here is to remind Biafrans of their legitimate rights. And most of the time, we mention those most important rights, which is right to self-determination, right to self-defense, and the right to life. These are rights that you must not gamble or play with. It does not matter who is involved. It doesn't matter who is talking to you. It doesn't matter who is distracting you. Don't allow that person to distract you when it comes to your self-determination, self-defense, and right to life. Anyone that stands against any of these should be your number one enemy. These are the people you should be concerned about. They should be your number one enemy. This morning section is always an interactive session. It is a section where we interact with Biafran people. We interact with the world. Anybody can join us on this platform at any moment to air his or her own opinion. You must not be a Biafran for you to join us. Even if you're a one Nigerianist, even if you're from another nation or another part of the world, and you feel like you want to join us, ask a question, make a contribution, make an observation, feel free. You are welcome. In this platform, we open our arms to everybody. The only thing we ask is that when you are appearing on our platform, you must appear decent. You can't come here naked. And when you are speaking on this platform, you must try as much as possible to be civil in your speech. Be civil. I'm not telling you not to get angry, neither am I telling you not to express yourself or to throw away your opinion. Hold on to your opinion. Express yourself. Be angry as much as you can, but do it in a civil manner. Because the whole world is watching us. The Biafran government is watching. Our Prime Minister is also watching and following. So if you want to make your contribution meaningful, or you want to make your words understandable and looked into, you must have to present your case in a civil manner for the Biafrans to digest and the world at large to understand you. I welcome everyone that has connected to this platform once again. And I say, may Njoku guide and protect you. I welcome Blessing Mina. Thank you for joining. Blessing Mina, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Fellow Biafrans, today we have come today to treat another topic. And if you look at the topic I chose here, I wrote, revealing the untold truth about Mazi Nnamdi and Prime Minister Mazi Samaneba, the great equation solved. The great equation solved. Today we are going to touch some concerns about Mazi Nnamdi and Mazi Samaneba. This question has been in the mouths and mind of so many people, both Biafrans and non-Biafrans. You're welcome, Christiana. Thank you for joining, Christiana Maxson. MC Maxon, thank you for joining. Christiana. This question has been on the mind of so many people. Even as we speak, some people are still having this question in their mind. Who are we to follow? What is the difference between Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Is Mazi Simon Ekpa with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with Mazi Simon Ekpa? Are they pursuing the same thing? Who are they? These are questions that has continued to ring in the mind of so many Biafrans. It has become a very strong equation to solve. The difference between these two men. Who are they? What do they stand for? It has become necessary to treat this topic because of what have just transpired. Our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu just appeared in court. The Zoological Republic, as you all know, played their normal game, did their normal delay tactics and all whatnot, and they took him back to the DSS. And within the process that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out, he issued a statement which is not confusing to those of us who are his followers. His statements are not confusing. His statements are never confusing. And it is not different from what you've been hearing all this while. But because we are dealing with some corrupt idiots, we are dealing with a terrorist country, we are dealing with fake. Each time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu makes a statement, they will try to suit their own expectation. Each time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu makes a statement, they will twist it to suit their own idea, what they want to hear. They continue to tell themselves lies, what they want to hear. And sometimes they force these lies to the audience to listen. They push these lies, even to Biafrans, to begin to believe them. That is why it is necessary that we touch some certain topics. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came in court, and as usual, he condemned the loss of life of every Biafran. That he doesn't support the loss of life of Biafrans. His action always has been to secure the property of the Biafran people and not to kill them. The statement of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was clear and direct that no innocent person deserves to die. He didn't say that today, he has been saying it long ago. But all of a sudden, because of the manipulation of the zoo, because of their evil agenda, they use their media to begin to translate the statement of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to represent what they want the people to hear. That is why we are here on our various platforms under the Biafran government to translate and interpret every confusion you are having in your head. Except for those who are not genuine followers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every one of us that is genuinely following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we know what he stands for. We know what he fought for. We know why they kidnapped him. We know what he is still standing for up to this minute. He has not changed. I want you to understand that today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not changed. He's still the same person. The only thing that changed in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is that today he is in the territory of the enemy. Not just in the territory of the enemy, in the highest, most secure place in the heart of the enemy, the territory, the peak, that is where he is, in the DSS, in solitary confinement. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to their court. That is the only thing that has changed. The stance of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has never, ever changed. The quest for the independent state of Biafra has not changed. The pursuit for self-determination has not changed. The method which he is going to pursue have not changed. The only difference today is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the hands of the enemy, in the territory of the enemy. That is the only different thing today. And in that territory of the enemy, there are some questions Mazi Nnamdi will not answer in order to indict himself. There are certain things Mazi Nnamdi will not say in order to indict himself. He is a human being, and we are talking about law, and we know people we are dealing with. Mazi Nnamdi chooses his words. And the statement he made yesterday, or was it or he made the day he went to court, there is no strange or new thing in that very statement. It is the same thing he has been saying all this while. But the enemy will always translate it to suit their evil agenda. You that is a genuine Biafra and you have been following Mazi. If you are not a follower of Mazi, the only thing I would advise you, if you have not been following him, just take your time, go back and watch his videos. Watch his broadcasts in audio and in video. Go and watch them. Then you come back. When you watch them and come back, you can be able to digest this message. But if you have not been watching the message of Mazi Nnamdi, you can't digest this message. Remember the topic we are treating. Revealing the untold truth between Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi. Now, Mazi Simon Ekpa, who is today the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic Government in Exile. He is not the Prime Minister of IPOB. Mazi Nnamdi is the supreme leader of IPOB, the supreme leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Under his command, he laid a foundation. Under his command, he gives directions on what to do and how to do it. Every single instruction given by Mazi Nnamdi is still out there for you to access. The Prime Minister you see today, Mazi Simon Ekpa, served under Mazi Nnamdi. Mazi Nnamdi recognized him, drawn him close, told him some information that you and I do not know, went to some places that you and I have never gone to. And remember, Mazi Nnamdi and Mazi Simon Ekpa, we are on the same page. Before Mazi Nnamdi was kidnapped, Mazi Nnamdi, even before his kidnapping, already have a template to pursue the restoration of Biafra, and Mazi Simon Ekpa is aware of the template. Mazi Simon Ekpa is not an outsider, neither did he just came in and begin to do so. No. But I want you to remember that after the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi, the Prime Minister today, Mazi Simon Ekpa, made a broadcast where he said that he would never, ever abandon Mazi Nnamdi. And he said that one of the reasons why those who sold Mazi Nnamdi sold him was because of him. And it is not just because he said it. Some of them confessed it in their live video. They said that Mazi Nnamdi brought Mazi Simon Ekpa into IPOB through the door without consultation from them. And because of that, they are angry. Some of them feel they have been in there for donkey years. But all of a sudden, when somebody came in, who knows what they have never ever dreamt of knowing? Mazi Nnamdi saw that talent. He saw that gift. He saw, just like when John the Baptist saw Christ, and he said, this is the Messiah. Mazi Nnamdi saw Mazi Simon Ekpa and his forgiveness. Immediately, he didn't have to wait for any approval. He confessed him. The same way John the Baptist confessed Christ as the Son of God when he came for baptism. Christ came for baptism to John. For those of us who are Christian, when during that baptism, John the Baptist himself confirmed that this is the person, the Messiah we are talking about. He is here. And from that moment, John the Baptist retrieved, even from the baptism, he began to tell people that this very man is going to give you the baptism of the Spirit, not this one I'm doing with water. He has a very greater baptism. These were two different people. One was to prepare the way, one was to carry out the mission. According to the Bible, John the Baptist and Christ. Today we have the same scenario in the Biafra restoration. Mazi Simon Ekpa came in. He was broadcasting just the same way I'm broadcasting. Mazi Nnamdi found him, recognized him, and brought him in. When he saw what is in him, Mazi Nnamdi did not wait for any approval. He approved him. And Mazi Simon Ekpa humbly answered and took Mazi Nnamdi not just as his mentor. He called him, he called himself a disciple of Mazi Nnamdi. He called himself a disciple of Mazi Nnamdi in Biafra restoration. He called Mazi Nnamdi his leader in Biafra restoration. He continued to say that up to tomorrow. And he made that vow after the kidnapping that he would never, ever abandon Mazi Nnamdi. And he made it clear, which is what every sensible person has to do, that your father who was with you and be doing something with you, your friend or whatever you are fighting for, or your leader or your elder or your somebody you're working with, or your boss, whom you have worked with for years, and something happened, you don't see your boss. You have to show what you have learned all this while, or follow the strategies that you know that he has also followed. Mazi Simon Ekpa, from the onset, from day one, when he began to pursue the release of Mazi Nnamdi, he made one statement. He said, I and Biafran people, we are going to make the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi useless in the hand of these enemies. He made us to understand the reason why Mazi Nnamdi was kidnapped is because of me, is because of you, is because of himself. And he said he will never abandon Mazi Nnamdi. On how to go about it, he made it openly. He said, henceforth, that whatever decision he takes has nothing to do with Mazi Nnamdi. Even this IPOB in Nigeria, they used that to attack us at that time. That Mazi Simon Ekpa said that he's not going to take command from Mazi Nnamdi, that he's not going to hear anyone, that Mazi Nnamdi is irrelevant. He said, as long as Mazi Nnamdi is in the territory of the enemy, that he will not take command from the DSS. Any information, second-hand information that are coming, no, he is not going to listen to that until Mazi Nnamdi comes out and take up his position. He made it clear that today it is the responsibility of the Biafran people to secure the release of Mazi Nnamdi. And he said, no one should hold Mazi Nnamdi responsible for whatever he does going forward. It is the decision of the Biafran people, whatever they do. And every one of us was in line with that. Even before the establishment of the Biafran government. He made this statement that nobody should call Mazi Nnamdi. He said, I will not take order. So you don't go and say that this is Mazi Nnamdi is telling me what he's doing. Is Mazi Nnamdi pushing him? Is Mazi Nnamdi? It is not. He has a mind of his own. His concern and mission is to secure the release of Mazi Nnamdi and secure the independent state of Biafra. Release of Mazi Nnamdi and independent state of Biafra cannot be separated. These are one thing. These are two things going hand in hand. You can't separate the one from the other. If you do, you lose the battle. When you are pursuing the release, the independence of Biafra, when you are pursuing to restore Biafra, you are actually fighting genuinely for the real freedom of Mazi Nnamdi. The only thing that can give Mazi Nnamdi the ultimate freedom is the independent state of Biafra. Nothing else. If you think there's any drama you can act, you are wasting your time. Nothing. And that is why he has been done. I am still letting you to know the difference between these two people, even though they are one. Mazi Simon Ekpa took up the leadership to pursue the restoration of Biafra. From the moment he took up the leadership and he established the Biafra government in exile, from the moment Biafra government in exile was established, the responsibility and the actions that is being taken are decisions made by the government of Biafra, not by Mazi Nnamdi anymore. And it is the responsibility of the government of Biafra to see that Mazi Nnamdi, the supreme leader of IPOB, is saved. He has made it clear several times that we are not fighting or pursuing the freedom of Biafra under IPOB. No, we are not. When you look at every document today that Mazi Simon Ekpa is posting, it is written Biafra Republic Government in Exile. Why is it difficult for you people to understand? Why are you bent in dragging IPOB into the government of Biafra? The supreme leader of IPOB is in the territory of the enemy. And the people who were supposed to protect him as IPOB sold him out. Today, they have publicly announced that they are political pressure groups. They came online and told the world how they handed over the ESN, the Eastern Security Network, that Mazi Nnamdi formed to protect the life of. They handed it over to governors. Today, there is nothing like ESN. Mazi Simon Ekpa reveal that fact and say it again and again. And still yet, some of them still choose to talk about ESN today. Today, we are not making any agitation or asking for it or writing any documents in the name IPOB. No. We have a government. The Biafra have a government. And the government takes the decision on what they want to do, how they want to do it. Not Mazi Nnamdi. Mazi Nnamdi, as the supreme leader of IPOB, is in the territory of the enemy, and we are trying everything humanly possible to set him free. When he comes out, then he will take his position in the government. But until then, every decision that is being taken by the Biafra Republic government is solely by the Biafra Republic government under the leadership of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Why is it so difficult for these people that call themselves media to understand this? Recently, for a long time, they continue to deny the government in exile. They don't want to mention it. But of recent, they have started mentioning Biafra Republic government in exile. Of recent, initially, it became a taboo for them to mention. But gradually, they are coming into recognizing that Biafra has a government in exile. But it so baffles me that after recognizing that there is a government somewhere, and you somehow think that one person is somewhere deciding for what happened, it is not happening. The only connection Mazi Nnamdi has today is that Mazi Nnamdi is the supreme leader of IPOB, and we have immense respect for him. He is one of us. He has done a great job. He laid a strong foundation upon which we stood and we started doing what we are doing. And they took him out of the way. Today, he is in the territory of the enemy. He doesn't direct the Biafran government on what to do. He doesn't control the mind of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Mazi Simon Ekpa has a mind of his own. He has learned very, very well. Of the Biafran government today is how to defend Biafran land, protect life and properties in Biafran territory. which is the primary objective of every government. Why is it so difficult for you to understand? Why is it so difficult? That Mazi Simon Ekpa is the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic of Nigeria. The government of Biafra have vacancies for everybody. And until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out from the hand of the DSS and be in a free world, then his position will be given to him and he will make his contribution into the government. But as it stands today, in the territory of the enemy, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no contribution into the government of Biafra. We respect every single thing he has done from day one up to today. We hold him in high esteem. In fact, he remains the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, which involves every single one of us. But when it comes to the government of Biafra that is in charge today, somebody is in charge. A cabinet is in charge. There are decision makers. There are people that come together to decide what happens and what will not happen. Why is it so difficult for the media to understand? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no hand in anything that is happening. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could have influence in Biafran government. There's no doubt about that. Because he is one of us. He remains somebody that we respect. He could have influence. But that influence could only be felt and noticed when he is freed. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released today and he gets in contact with our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, I strongly believe that every single statement he makes will have effect and have power. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released today and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gets to Mazi Simon Ekpa in Finland and sits down and talks, whatever decision he wants to implement, I strongly believe that Mazi Simon Ekpa will listen to him. But until then, the only man that works today to see that Biafra becomes a free nation is Mazi Simon Ekpa with his cabinet. No doubt and no peace. And for those of you who think you can open your mouth and talk trash against the Prime Minister, the battle line has been drawn. The battle line has been drawn. The Prime Minister has given the order. For you that we come out and call him a criminal, somebody that has not stolen anything from you, you call him a criminal. Wait for it. He that fetched ant-infested firewood should expect the visit of the lizard. He that fetches ant-infested firewood should expect the visit of the lizard. My fellow Biafrans, as it stands today, the freedom and restoration of Biafra is something that must happen. It does not matter your lie, your propaganda, your blackmail. Those of you who are bent on, you are throwing the truth up and down and you are trying to twist the truth. We don't want to engage you in any argument. You can continue to paint Mazi Simon Ekpa, paint him black. There is nothing you will say about Mazi Simon Ekpa today that has not been said about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today that every one of you is projecting as a saint, as the Messiah, a very peaceful man. Just some few years ago, every one of you were calling for his head. The same statement you are making on Mazi Simon Ekpa, you were making exactly the same statement of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. None of you believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was doing the right thing. None of you believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was fighting a just cause. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu created a security outfit to secure Biafran land, all hell break loose. So many of these people who are coming today to say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was peaceful. Mazi Nnamdi never used arms. They were the ones that called for his help, even when they knew that he was doing the right thing. Today, all of a sudden, they are now the gospel preachers of IPOB. All of a sudden, all the enemies of Mazi Nnamdi, including those who plan to sell him, they are all now advocates for IPOB because they have succeeded in taking over IPOB and turn it to a pressure group. You cannot use IPOB to pressure the Biafra Republic government in exile. The government of Biafra is indestructible and is a body of its own. The government of Biafra is a body of its own, has nothing to do with IPOB. That is why today, go and check every single document that Mazi Nnamdi has signed. What you're going to see there is Biafra Republic government in exile. The government in exile have been able to secure one of the best lobbying firms in DC to lobby for Biafra. This is not a joke. For those of you who think it's a joke, we are not joking here. We are not joking. Your propaganda and your blackmail can only capture the young minds, those who are not following events. All those blackmail and nonsense you get out online and offline, we only capture those who are. You said that Mazi Nnamdi is a good man. I agree with you. He is very, very peaceful. The most peaceful man you can think about. Why did you kidnap him? Why did you kidnap him? Why did you sell him out? And why are you still holding him in captivity for 3 years? Why? Why are you still holding him? Mazi Nnamdi is a peaceful. I agree with you. He's a peaceful man. Why did you arrest him? Why did you kidnap him? Why are you still keeping him in captivity? What has he done? Today, because you have succeeded in kidnapping Mazi Nnamdi, you think that you can frighten everybody, can threaten anybody who will go to their shell. And you are using your deceptive words to confuse those you're going to confuse. And you open your mouth and call Mazi Nnamdi violent. The only person that is violent in that contraption called Nigeria is Nigerian government. Every single violent act in that contraption is perpetrated by the Nigerian government, directly and indirectly. Every single violent act comes from Nigerian government, not only on the issue of Biafra. Not only on the issue of Biafra. People that have been peacefully and genuinely seeking for their freedom have been mowed down on different occasions without anybody speaking. Instead, the people that they lost their life are the ones that have been persecuted. They are the ones that have been oppressed and attacked. And now I'm not just centering my mind on Biafra area. If you are looking for somebody who is violent, it is the Nigerian government that have used instruments of violence at every given point of time in all parts of that country. Every one of us know what happened to the group of El Zazaki. The El Zazaki group, we are protesting peacefully. They were doing whatever they were doing without arms. The Nigerian terrorist military went after them, and more than 1,000 people lost their life. Up to this minute, nobody has been held accountable. More than 1,000 people. What did they commit? Because they said that they blocked the road when their so-called chief of army staff was coming, that they blocked road. And the man ordered for the execution of more than 1,000 people, members of El Zazaki, the Shia movement. Up to this moment, nobody was held, including their leader was detained with his wife for doing that, just that they were conducting procession and they blocked the road. Look at the issue of NSAS. Who was the one that created violence in NSAS? NSAS, they sponsored talks, which we saw on video. Nigerian government sponsored talks. The video are still there. It is still there on Facebook. Just go and type the information on Facebook. You're going to see it. Talks in Abuja during NSAS. You go to Facebook, you find it. The video is still out there. The video is still out there. There is nothing we are saying today that is not something. Sometimes when we speak, because we are talking, Biafrans are speaking, they think we are saying it out of hatred or we're making up word. I am making every single thing I tell you, there are evidence, video evidence, audio evidence, picture evidence to it. During the time of NSAS, who we are the people who perpetrated violence? Innocent people we are talking about, they are better Nigerian. They were protesting against the evil act of the Zoological Republic. They were protesting against the dehumanization of the life of the people by the military, by the police. And what did they do? They came down hard on them with violence. It is on record. It is on. The videos are still there. I don't need to. You go to Facebook, you search it, you will see the videos. How the DSS with their own car brought talks. They brought talks to attack innocent citizens who were protesting peacefully. They brought stocks and directed them to go and destroy people's property and burn houses and clothes and cars. Captured on video. The same thing in Lagos State. We saw the state government use their own bus. State government bus was used to bring talks. State government bus was used to carry talks and come to Lagos to attack protesters. To violently attack, and many lost their life. And you're here preaching violence. You are here accusing somebody of violence. When they were sponsoring talk in during NSAS in Abuja, in Lagos, in so many places, you didn't see it. They did not stop us at just supporting talks. They came by their own self with their military and they opened fire on innocent people who were protesting, holding only flag, singing the national anthem of the Zoological Republic. They opened fire on them. Singing the national anthem. Now you know why they changed their national anthem. Because they have no respect for that your indigenous national anthem. The man who was in Lagos State then today is your president. And the first thing he has done is just to change national anthem and brought his colonial master, those who that directed him to shoot that gun. Now you know why they shot you, even why you were singing national anthem. And some idiots will still come and call themselves Nigerians. Some fools will still come online and begin to defend their so-called Nigeria. The only instrument of that contraction is Nigerian military, Nigerian government. They have done it again and again in the open. And it is so sad that they have forced the citizens to begin to accept that as a norm. They have forced Nigeria today to begin to accept violence as a way of life. That is why the military will lose a personnel in the hands of an armed group. Instead of them going against those groups that they lost their personnel to, they will go and begin to attack innocent civilians, unarmed civilians, helpless civilians, and many are taken out. Many lose their life. Then when you come to their media, you will see people, citizens, supporting the action of the military. And they will tell you, once you kill one army, you think they will leave you, they will be silent. Once you take out one military man, they will do everything and wipe everything away. And they will be saying this, praising them, that nobody can rise up and ask a question that something happened. That if something happens, you have to destroy everybody existing in that area. They have been operating in this system. They did that in Obibo. They did that in Udi. They did that in Okuama recently. They have done that in Niger State. They done that in Enugu. They done that in Anambra State. And most of the time, where they carry out this operation is always in the southern part of Nigeria, Biafra land to be precise. Once anything happens, the entire community will be leveled down. And nobody sees anything wrong with it. Nobody sees anything wrong with it. You will see people come on their conventional media and begin to support this violence. They will come and support the violence of the military. Let me tell you, do the military have any power to inflict violence on innocent citizens that have not committed anything against them? The duty of the military is to protect the borders, to protect and secure the territorial integrity of the country, not to police, not to go after citizens. Just like Shego was asking that idiot, why have you left your primary objective and you are focusing on the secondary? And he began to explain how they have declared war on us. The only people that are perpetrating violence in Nigeria is the government itself. Violent to the highest level, they are. A government that have come before the national TV and declared war against its own citizens. They called it jungle warfare. As if that wasn't enough, he came and described what do you call it again? They talk about war. It is not war. Is not a play. They came and declared asymmetric warfare. The chief of army staff said it before the whole world. And when you bring war upon people, you expect them to hold their hands and be crushed. It doesn't happen that way. The only crime they are accusing Mazi Samanekwa today is that Mazi Samanekwa knows what they do not know. Mazi Samanekwa have activated what they don't know exists. They never knew that there is something called self-defense. They never knew that the people have the right to defend themselves with arms. With arms. They do not know. And Mazi Samanekwa brought that message. They got angry and got mad. And they call him violence. How is he violent? The Liberation Army of Biafra is in Biafran territory. They have not crossed the territory to go to any other region and begin to attack. The Liberation Army limited their operation in Biafra land. And the Biafran government have told you that you have lost legitimacy. The Biafran people have already cast the vote of no confidence on your Nigerian government, and you are told to exit, quit, remove your military from our zone. Remove your violent military on our zone. A simple instruction. It's not actually as if the man just came and begin to issue order against you. He has already told you the people do not want you. Leave. And you confess by yourself that the people do not want you. That is why when you go to an area to seek colonization, they will not give you information. When you turn your back, you get the bullet. Because the people do not have the confidence. They know that you are the one kidnapping them. They know that you are the one perpetrating the violence. The people know. But what do? You turn around. You spin it back. You use your conventional media. You use your stooge and some idiots that don't have anything in their brain to begin to accuse Mazi Samanekwa of violence. Somebody whose only message is self-defense. Protect yourself. Somebody who is performing his duty as a prime minister, running a government. The primary objective of every government is to protect the life and property of its people. That is what the Biafran government is doing under the command of Prime Minister Mazi Samanekwa. How is that violent? And you will come online and you call him a criminal. Have you done any business with him and he stole your money? Have you gone into any business or any contract or whatever and he stole your money? What is that he has taken from you? Why are you calling him names? What has Mazi Simon Ekpa done wrong? You are now calling him name until tomorrow. God forbid that maybe Mazi Simon Ekpa, he becomes in your hand. Tomorrow you now begin to praise him. Oh, he was a good man. Oh, he was fighting for genuine. The same statement you were using for Mazi Nnamdi while he was outside. Every single one of them that is today talking Mazi Nnamdi is peaceful. Go and check what they were saying when Mazi Nnamdi was around. These were the people who we are pushing. Some of them support for the kingdom of Mazi Nnamdi. But today they hide under, oh, Mazi Nnamdi is a good man. Oh, IPOB is this, IPOB is that. Just to demonize Mazi Simon. I want to tell you, IPOB is not Biafran government. IPOB used to be an organization. It used to be an organization, but from the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi, IPOB ceases to represent Biafra. From the moment Mazi Nnamdi was kidnapped, IPOB ceases to represent Biafra. The Biafran people are pushing forward for their independent state on their own through their government. And the person who is in charge of that government is Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. He is not working for himself, he's working for the Biafra people. And he has the mandate of Biafrans. He has the mandate of Biafra. More than 40 million people have voted on the self-referendum. Stay counting. More than 40 million people has casted their vote on the self-referendum and stay counting. In your president Njoku, the drug baron in Nasrallah, did he get up to 40 million votes to become your president? Did Tinubu get up to 40 million votes to become your president? Has any president in Nigeria gotten up to 40 million votes to be a president? And you are seeing a man that has the mandate of the people, almost 90% of the vote of the people, and you are there trying to challenge him, trying to demonize him, trying to give him names. These 1% idiots that are everywhere fucking, your word doesn't hold water. Your word doesn't hold water. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you do. Continue to deceive yourself, continue to confuse yourself. The Biafran people know who they are following. We know our own, and our own know us. No amount of propaganda or blackmail will make us to walk back. We are in the time of the government. This is not the time of IPOB, just like our Prime Minister said. This is not during the time when we are operating as an organization. This is not IPOB as an organization. When you come, you take the life of IPOB members and they protest. You take the life of IPOB members, they cover video and you laugh. They complain, you laugh. They protest, you laugh. In this time, with whichever cup you give to us, we use the same cup to serve you. With whichever plate you use to serve us food, we are going to use the same plate and serve you. We are not going to wait for international community for anyone to come. Today, the self-defense of Biafra land have been activated fully. Biafrans are defending themselves. The responsibility to defend Biafra land has been handed over to the Liberation Army by the Biafran people. They have given that mandate to defend them. And the Liberation Army will do everything humanly possible to see that Biafra land is defended. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter under which disguise you are operating. I want you to understand that the Liberation Army of Biafra will stop at nothing to save Nigerian Biafra people. And as we are moving forward, we are drawing very, very close to that last minute. We are getting closer to that last minute. And there is nothing any man born of a woman can do to stop Biafra from exiting. I want to tell you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is seeking for the freedom of his people. Mazi Simon Ekpa is seeking for the freedom of his people under different umbrella. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a Biafran. He is part of us. He is our supreme leader. We respect him. Mazi Simon Ekpa is the prime minister of the government of Biafra. He is pursuing to secure the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with the government and his cabinet. And they will do everything in their power to see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done his own part. During his time, he did evangelism excellently. He laid a strong foundation, which we respect and we adore. Until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out, then he will take his position in the government of Biafra. Until then, every single thing that is done today going forward is under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Do not associate it with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And whatever is happening today is happening under Biafra Republic of Nigeria. IPOB is no longer functioning as a representative of Biafra. Not anywhere. The IPOB in Nigeria that you see today, oh, and the Biafrans are not fully, they are not with the Biafrans. They have no plan or strategy. They have finally shown themselves as a pressure group. I don't know why it is difficult for these people to understand. People that came out and told you how they handed over everything to the governors. It is not a hidden issue. Even while we were telling Biafrans not to engage in voting, they encouraged Biafrans to go and vote. Biafrans decided to sit at home to demand for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These people told Biafrans to sit at home, including threatening Biafrans. If you sit at home, you'll be arrested. They went ahead to walk hand in hand with the zoo, the same people that are terrorizing their people, and begin to force them out. What else do you want to see? What do you want to hear? Today, every single thing that is done today under the Biafra Republic of Nigeria is on the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our leader, and we will do everything to bring him out. Just as Mazi Simon Ekpa said in the beginning, we will not take any order, and we are not expecting any order from the DSS. We are not expecting that. And I bet you Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is smart enough to know what to do. He knows. You can see how they are trying to push him in every of appearance. Whenever he comes to make a statement to the press, they will try to push him to go against the will of the people. They will try to make him to attack the government of Biafra. They will make him to attack Mazi Simon Ekpa. But in all their moves, he has never, ever spoken against the Biafran government or against Mazi Simon Ekpa. He has never done so. Because he knows what he wants. The only thing the media does is that after the interview of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they will go and twist it to the way it is going to benefit them. Whenever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu grants an interview, they will twist it in a way that it will suit their own narratives. As we speak, they are already speaking on certain news, and they are saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking for negotiation. They are saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking for negotiation. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke on video before the whole world, even when he was asked such questions, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, they are the one that kidnapped me, they brought me, it is in their table. I didn't say anything of such. I didn't make such demand. They brought me to come and answer. I am here. It is there to make the decision. I am not asking for any settlement. But look at them. They go to their own media. They say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking for settlement. Even when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on video said that he is not, his lawyer even interjected and said they are not doing such. During the case of the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu answering, when they told the media that they should create an avenue for them, except they give them an assurance that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to get a fair trial, there will be no trial. That has been the stance of the legal team, which is very, very perfect and excellent. There will be no trial until there's a guarantee that Mazi Nnamdi will have a fair trial. Because there's no way you can be violating his rights every now and again, including barring his lawyers to come and meet him. You don't allow lawyers to meet him. You strip the lawyers naked. You take away their writing pens and everything. You don't allow them to have a private talk with him. How can he get justice on such kind of environment? And the legal team said, there will be no trial until there is an assurance that justice will be granted to Mazi Nnamdi. And when they think the judges or whoever judge directed them to go and meet the attorney general or whatever, and I think either the attorney general or chief justice of the federation or whatever, and attorney general, then they also told him that they cannot go there. Let the person come to them. Whoever is the attorney general should come to them, not them going to the attorney general who represent the government. They are the one that kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi. They are the one that brought him. So if there is any talk that has, they are going to initiate the talk, not Mazi Nnamdi. If they want a discussion, they have to initiate that discussion, not I was reading Mazi Nnamdi. And Mazi Nnamdi made the same statement that if there is such, they will initiate it, not him. They were the one that kidnapped him and brought him to Nigeria. But media are already pushing a narrative that Mazi Nnamdi is begging and asking for negotiation, which is a lie on the pit of hell. Some of you have forgotten that previously Mazi Nnamdi have said begging Nigerian government to release him is an insult. Begging Nigerian government to leave for this man is an insult because he has not committed any crime known to man. Most importantly, their own court have said, release this man and let him go. And they continue to hold him up to this minute. They have refused to release him. They are still holding him. What crime has he committed? What crime? They have abused every right that nobody can have. All his rights have been taken away. And nobody cares. All his rights have been violently taken away. These are the people who are calling myself like violent. The most violent nation in the world is Nigeria. Most violent government in the world is Nigerian government. Violent against their citizens, against their own citizens. The most violent nation in the world. What was the cause of the NSAS? NSAS protest was because of the act of violence against the citizens. The violence against the citizens was so much that they couldn't bear it again. They came out for NSAS. Instead of the government listening to them, they brought more greater violence upon them. And many lost their life. Of which some of them are still in detention up to today. And here you are pointing at somebody as being violent. The violence and insecurity in Biafran territory today is created and orchestrated by Nigerian government. They are the one that created the flag of operation that is happening in Biafra land today. They created it. And when we speak about this flag of operation, it is not something that is new. Flag of operation is one of the strategy of Nigerian government. They do it again and again and again and again. There are several examples out there for you to see. But some of you idiots, you keep silent, you pretend not to see it. You are busy looking on the innocent man who is defending his own people. You have seen the situation of the northern Nigeria today. The indigenous people in the northern Nigeria today are nowhere to be found. They have lost, they have cried and cried and they lost tears. No one to speak to them. So many villages in the northern part of Nigeria have been sacked completely. And the terrorists that sacked them now accommodate that land. And nobody seems to ask a question. Some of these things we are saying, the evidence is being brought, even in their conventional media. Of recently, one of the terrorists was made a Sadiq Fulani by a governor. A well-known terrorist that has taken the life of many people. The video is in TVC. Go to TVC, research it. A terrorist have been made Sadiq Fulani in the broad daylight, openly. Governor attended the ceremony. The bandits attended the ceremony. Every one of them attended in the open. We didn't see hell fall there. We didn't see the military raise hell. We didn't see them call them violent. But in Biafra land, where we have said that we want a sane society, we want to control our environments. We want people to live like human beings, not animals. We want to put orderliness in Biafra land. You came and you are creating chaos, right, left, and center, attacking innocent people. It will not be well with you, and you can't stop us. No matter how you try, you can never, ever stop us. Try harder. I say try harder. You cannot stop us. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you to stand strong and stay firm. Never lose your faith. Never be distracted. It does not matter the propaganda, the blackmail you see, you hear from right, left, etc. Be focused. We are not committing any crime as Biafran government. The Biafran government and our Prime Minister has not and will not commit any crime because our Prime Minister is following international law. He's a man that read international law. Everything that has to do with law, he knows it. He can't break the law. There is no way our Prime Minister will live in Finland and will break the law. He won't. Everything he's doing is lawful. And in every occasion, you see the international community speaking on behalf of Biafrans, aligning themselves with our line of thought. You just heard the speech made by Kamala Harris, or whatever they call her, the Vice President of the United States, about self-preservation, which is a must. People must preserve themselves. And you cannot force people to be part of you. You cannot force people to take over their land. Territorial integrity must be protected. A must. This is what the Biafra people are doing. Biafra is a nation that have existed 3 good years. A recognized country by people. Other countries recognize 3 good years before Nigerian government run it over and they occupied Biafra land up to today. They have occupied it for too long, for 50-something years. They have occupied Biafra land, and it is time for us to take back what belongs to us. That is the path we are going. Biafra land must be defended, and every Biafra must continue to put their own effort, take up a responsibility, find something you can do. Every one of us, there is something we can do to make sure that Biafra becomes a reality. Begin to pursue your own path. Whatever you know you can do, financially, morally, prayerfully, spiritually, do it. Most especially financially, we are going to defend our land. After 2nd of December, you know our Prime Minister, he always say things again and again and again. For why we repeat things again and again and again for emphasis, he will say it again and again. After December, Biafra land will defend that, and it will be a different ballgame. If you think you have seen something, you haven't seen nothing yet. And you can see the preparations. We have been saying it long ago that there is a war in Biafra land, but people don't believe it. Of recent, even their media is confessing that Biafra war has never ended anytime. In Arise TV, one of their presenters was saying it, that Biafra war has not ended. Before then, Mazi and Nnamdi have been echoing it, but you don't believe it. But today, in order to bring it before you to see, that is why Mazi is sharing it on his platform. Because some of us that are far away, the media will not report it. And it is high time the international media go on the ground and see things for yourself. International media, go and verify. Go and verify. That's why our Prime Minister is sharing it. When you see it and you feel there's no war happening, go on the ground and verify. When you see those videos, those pictures that our Prime Minister is posting, is to reveal what is happening. The war that the government of Nigeria has spoken about, the war that the Chief of Army Staff have declared, it is ongoing, but nobody seems to be reporting it. And we have chosen to report it by ourselves. That is what you are saying. And the whole world is watching. If you think that that is what will make Biafran government violent, you are a mad person. You don't know what you are doing. Continue to follow your idiotic ideology. Continue to follow your idiotic belief. It won't change anything. As for we are going home. I appreciate every Biafran that have been part of this message, both those who are watching on Facebook and those who are watching me on YouTube. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you for being part of this program. And I'm going to be back again in the evening by the special grace of God. Please join us in the evening. If you have not yet shared this video, I don't know what you're waiting for. Share and like. Share and like so that people can get this information. It is very important. I appreciate every one of you. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every Biafra. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect the Liberation Army of Biafra, the resistant fighters, the strike force. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect the Black Marine, our Air Force, all the forces that are fighting for us. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama be their guide and protector. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect the de facto government in the homeland. Guide and protect every member of Biafra Republic Government Exile Cabinet. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect all our media warriors that are speaking on different platforms. We commit them into the hand of Chukwu Okike Abiyama for divine grace, for protection. We pray for our Prime Minister Mazi for divine protection, for divine security, for divine safety. We pray for our Prime Minister Mazi wherever he is. We cover him with the presence of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. No evil shall befall him. Every plan of the devil against him, every plan of the evil ones against him will never work. Whatever trap they set for him, it will catch them. Every hole they dug for him, they will fall into it. We pray for our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi, for more wisdom, knowledge, understanding, strength, healing, strength, good health. Wherever Mazi Nnamdi is, no evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. I appreciate every one of you that is part of this very program. No weapon formed or fashioned against you as a Biafran will prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister Mazi Nnamdi shall prosper. And no weapon formed or fashioned against our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi shall prosper. Thank you for being part of this program. I appreciate every one of you, and I will be back in the evening. If you have time, please join us in the evening. Click your notification bell so that once I come in, you will get the notification and you will join us. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. We move. Airborne. Stay blessed.